The St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party is blaming the Timothy Harris administration for what it deems its failure to proactively address the looming threat of the coronavirus COVID-19 arriving at our shores, while noting that international and regional developments in response to COVID-19 could severely restrict air and sea travel, thus negatively impacting the Federation's tourism economy. The party, in a press release on the weekend, slammed the government for not displaying adequate leadership. It will need a whole-of-government, whole-of-society approach, which includes the opposition. All around the region, heads of government are providing the leadership by addressing their nations and providing a detailed plan of action that addresses the multiple aspects to the present crisis, whether it be in training, detection and prevention, monitoring and containment, to providing relief to the people whose livelihoods will be directly affected by the crisis or have their work lives interrupted as a result. The government has been utterly silent, for instance, in terms of what contingency plan it will be put in place for our students to continue their work remotely in the event that our schools are forced to close. With many students without laptops or access to personal computers in their homes, since the suspension of the one-to-one laptop program, what will the government put in place to ensure the continuity of student life as we know it, even under emergency conditions, end quote. The party said the Prime Minister is distracted by, quote, internal strife and scandal within his coalition, and to delay general elections that are long overdue as of February 16, 2020. His priorities are simply not in the right place, end quote. The party said the government should be taking a conservative approach to spending to shore up the health sector and prepare for difficult days ahead due to the economic fallout from the coronavirus. The party is suggesting that calling general elections may be the solution to the current health crisis. The party ended by stating that with the right leadership, the country can overcome this challenge. In a statement recently, Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris had called for all stakeholders not to make the COVID-19 issue a political one, but that did not go down well with Labour Party Chairman Dr. Terence Drew.
At a time when our Federation is under threat from the virus, we should avoid playing party politics. Our citizens and residents must be wary of those who seek to use a time like this to further their own narrow and selfish interests ahead of those of all Kittitians and Nevisians, and indeed all residents here.
I am very disappointed to some extent with the statement of the Prime Minister saying that people are making politics of it. I think the Prime Minister should have used his good office and try to bring people together and unite people, because as I've said before, I am one of few internal medicine docs here who have some training in ICU and so forth, who can lend a hand, and that I was available. And so I really think that those were unfortunate statements from the Prime Minister.
Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.